you need... The cops need command approval for warrants? What? Why? Why? Nikita, how long has that been a thing? Was that a thing in 3.0 as well? The whole time? Not in 3.0? Oh, fuck. Hold on. It's just a 4.0 thing? Bro, the PD, they fumbled the bag on that one. PD. Okay, PD need command approval for warrants. Dumb as fuck. Okay. Just so I don't forget that one if I ever like have an opportunity here to like, you know, bring up anything, you know, because that's frustrating as fuck for cops, dude. That's crazy, dude. That's wow. I think, look, mind you, I've never been a cop, chat. I've never role played a cop, and I know it's like a totally different ball game. All right, but like, I don't know, dude. They need more freedom, right? They need more freedom. That's crazy. Like, there needs to be an OOC, like, kind of like thing that somebody's sitting there and like, if you tell me if I'm tripping or not, Chad. Just tell me if I'm tripping, okay? Because I've never been a cop, okay? I've never been a cop, so I might just be tripping, all right? This is just flat out my opinion, like everything, all right? Doesn't mean anything. It's just my opinion, okay? But like, if you're gonna apply to be a cop, somebody should like at least be there to tell you, like in an OOC level, that, you know, there's a line here. It's like, look, you're being a cop. You are signing up to deal with all sorts of different shit. You are signing up to read the room and deal with different shit, to deal with different groups that vibe differently. This is your job, okay? If you are gonna do shady shit as a cop, as long as it's RP and it's you know, it's actually like, you know, you're being a character and you're doing some shady shit sometimes, but you know what I mean? You're not gonna get fired. You're gonna get punished, but it's gonna take a lot to get you fired. But if you're doing shady shit and you're not being a character and you're being just being an asshole, you're just gonna get fucking fired. That should just in my opinion, that should just be something that's just laid on the fucking table right there. You know what I mean? Like, okay, raid warrants always need a command approval, even in 3.0. I agree with that, okay? Because sometimes raid warrants, mistakes can happen, and raids really fuck people over sometimes. Command approval for raid warrants is obviously a must, okay? In my opinion, that's a must, all right? Because if they weren't, imagine Chatterbox going around saying all this crazy shit, having a bunch of fake evidence, and one cop actually like is convinced, like, whoa, this is crazy, like it's real, and they fuck that entire people over. Rooster's Rest, for example, we all remember how that went. I can't believe that place got raided, by the way. That was fucking wild. If anybody remembered that, or if anybody was here for that, I got Rooster's Rest raided in early 3.0, all because I said Lang Buddha had a rocket launcher, and he put it in my face, told me to go do something, and he walked into the Rooster's Rest with that rocket launcher, and he brought it out of the Rooster's Rest dungeon. And the cops raided the Rooster's Rest. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's just crazy, bro. Like, Ray got raided in 3.0. That clip of her getting caught selling weed was hilarious. Know nothing about that. Want to know another good one? This one I felt so bad. We set up Carmela. We did a fake drug deal in her house, and we had River Cheever dressed like Carmela. We made a videotape of us buying drugs from her in her house. Walked out with the camera showing her house. Gave the tape to Wrangler, and Wrangler rated her, and she got the 9s. I was like, oh, fuck. I actually felt so bad because the goal was to get her in trouble, but I didn't know she had human body parts in her fucking house. Oh, man. That shit, I was like, ooh. Shouldn't have left her house unlocked all the time. I do agree. But good RP came out of it. Yeah, because she's a champion, dude. Carmela is a champion. Well, Carmen. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Carmela, okay? But Carmen is the GOAT. I learned a lot from Carmela when I first started. Like, from Carmen, the way she handled things and did stuff, I learned a lot. She taught me a lot, believe it or not. She taught me a fucking lot. You can go only so far with cop SBS before people start complaining. Been part of that personally. Yeah, no, I understand. Look, in 3.0, we started getting in trouble because there was a couple of cops that didn't like what we were doing, like didn't like the stuff that clowns were doing, right? And they wanted us to stop doing shit. They were like, right, like, and I was like, kind of like, so to please two people, you want to displease 20 to please 2. Like, I'm like, that don't make no fucking sense, right? That shit just happens, right? You can't please not everybody's gonna vibe with the shit you do, right? But in my opinion, like, if some cops don't like certain, like they don't vibe well with certain things, in my opinion, they should be allowed to like not respond to that stuff. They should be allowed to not have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, if you're being forced to go deal with something you just can't handle, right? The vibe is it's only asking for problems, right? It should be like, it's a fucking game. You know what I mean? It's a game, right? They shouldn't be cops then. Look, Gracie, I agree with that as well. But what we also need to understand too is the other side is also not innocent, right? Let's be real. There are some shitty fucking role players that cops got to deal with sometimes that just suck, right? And it's just like, fuck. It's just like, if I was a cop, I would just be like, what the fuck? It's a big reason why I said, nah, I noped out of being a cop when I was trying it. Because I was like, what the hell? Let's be real. It's a lot of people put all the shit on the cops all the time, but it's not the cops' fault all the time. There are a lot of bad cops, but there are a lot of bad fucking criminals and just civs too, right? Look at the problems we had with clowns this year, chat, or last year, in 2024. Look at some of the problems there that I was like, I was actually fucking tilted. I was like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, what? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why you don't treat like cops like, what are you malding about? You like, the cops give you a bunch of leeway and you're getting mad. You're giving them shit. Like, you're actually pissed. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Leave them alone. The cops give you crazy leeway and you're malding. Shut the fuck up. But the problem is there's a lot of like, gangs are the best example because most of the population that is not police is gangs. And there's a lot of really good gangs, but there's also a lot of really bad gangs that just like, don't roll with shit. You know what I mean? So like, this is it's just really bad for me to say, because look, I'm not part of the Southside RP either, right? So like, look, if anybody ever sees this that has roleplayed a gang in the Southside, I'm sorry. I'm not taking shots at you. Okay, I'm not taking shots at you. I'm just giving my opinion on something that I think it would be a lot better. Okay, if you got the East Side Ballas, the families, whatever, the families, whatever, right? GSF. You got the Vagos, right? You got the Marabuntas, right? You got all these Southside gangs, okay? In my opinion, wouldn't it be better, whoever's leading those gangs, wouldn't it be so much fucking better and immersive and RP like if the Southside gangs stuck to the bit as a Southside gang, rolled around in your lowrider fucking cars? You didn't have your supercars and shit. You had lowrider cars and shit. You had like all that old style stuff, right? And y'all did your turf wars, right? Y'all did your shit, okay? Bring back those drive-bys. You know what I mean? You know, you know, the occasional you drive by, you know, like, let's say the Ballers drive into the Vagos turf, right? And there's a little bit, there's some tension, right? They drive by, you do a fucking drive-by shooting in your car, right? Oh, hold on. Hey, bud. He was tattling on somebody on the bus. Apparently somebody on the bus was saying the F word. And he wasn't having none of that. He's snitching. He's snitching. That's my boy. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, if it's a roleplay server, you know what I mean? It's a roleplay server. If you want to do Southside shit, do Southside shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't like but also the problem is that I can see on their point of view is probably the problem is like you go do a drive-by on somebody, now it's a fucking weak war. You know what I mean? People driving around shooting from their cars, robbing each other, and it's just like a whole thing, right? But it's just like it doesn't need to be that serious, right? You should have like you should be allowed to like go to different gangs, do drive-bys, and then in retaliation, they're gonna come do a drive-by back. And it's just not gonna be a robbing, talking shit type of thing, you know what I mean? Trunk up reverse strat, yeah, like you shouldn't have to worry about that. There should be people need to like learn that things got to be a lot more lighthearted, right? And you need to have those very light altercations, those light violent altercations to keep it immersive and fun, right? And save the big wars for something actually big. You know what I mean? Not just because you got disrespected, not just because somebody hit your car and said some stupid shit to you. You know what I mean? Now you have a huge fucking war. No, just do a drive-by and fuck with each other. You know what I mean? It's not that fucking deep. And that's the thing that like I wish people would understand more, because they would enjoy themselves so much more. They would enjoy themselves so much more. Gang RP would not be as stressful as it is if people would just understand that there's limits. And big wars should be left for actually big things and not just because your feelings got hurt. Brother, you play a character, okay? If somebody disrespects your character, it shouldn't disrespect you. Because that's not you. That is not fucking you. That is your character. okay? And you should use that and make your character have a feel some sort of way. But you, as the one that's controlling this character, and as a role player, and as if you are also a streamer, that you are gonna do good with what comes to your table, right? Somebody disrespected my character. Boys, let's get in the fucking car and go drive down their block and light it up and then drive off the block, right? We're gonna drive down the street once, shoot, and leave, right? Who gives a fuck? Because, in my opinion, in roleplay, that is a punishment. You went and you shot those motherfuckers. You hurt them, okay? Fuck. But you know what? It's a problem that can technically be solved. If you had a management team on your server that actively made sure they monitored roleplay and made sure that whoever is the leader of each gang is responsible to make sure that your group handles things properly, I think things would be a lot better. Because, chat, there was a point where I was being held accountable for everything the clowns were doing, okay? At one time, I agreed with it, and I was like, all right, like, if people are gonna be looking at me like, what the fuck are these clowns doing? I'm gonna fucking OOCly, like, tell these motherfuckers, like, smarten the fuck up, right? But then there was a point where there's just too many clowns, and like, they're not all part of the group, right? So I was like, fuck, what do I do here, right? When it's big like that, right? That's why gangs should be small. Gangs should not have 30, 40 fucking members. Gangs should be small. Gang should always be a smaller thing, right? That, 10, 15 people, you know what I mean? Like, something you can control and manage, right? Unless you have a way to manage all these people. I don't know. It's just like, chat, I'm not... And here's the thing. People always, like, see my takes on things, and they say, oh my god, this guy thinks he's like the ghost go to role. It's not like that at all. Like, I'd be a dog shit fucking cop, okay? I cannot roleplay as a cop at all. I'd be dog shit at it, okay? I'd be a dog shit fucking gang role player, okay? I'm not great at it. That's why I don't do it, right? I have my opinions on things, right? But it doesn't make me right, okay? My opinions doesn't mean I'm saying I'm right. These are just my fucking opinions, all right? Don't fucking forget that. Yeah, yes, also, like Ali said, I also did not win RPer of the year. Don't forget that either, okay? I was the first nominated role player, okay, to be announced. So that makes me the biggest fucking loser, all right? Just so you know, all right? Don't forget that shit. You had a cop character, didn't you? I did. But the reason why I didn't pursue it was because I saw what some of the cops were having to deal with. And I was like, I don't want to do that, right? Because the way I look at it is, if I can't go in and do and have full confidence that I'm going to be able to deal with shitty people, right? I'm not going to do it, because I don't want to ruin the vibes, right? Because that's all that's going to happen. Why do I want to go around and ruin vibes? Because I'm gonna carry bad emotion from an encounter before, like, you know what I mean? It happens a lot to cops, right? A cop will come up to you and they're like, you kind of think like, what the hell is this guy's problem? It's probably because he had to deal with somebody pretty shitty before he's dealing with us, right? Who won our peer of the year? Sven won. You haven't killed off Karen yet? Let's go get Karen RP. Well, here's the problem with Karen RP. It doesn't work with what we have right now in NoPixel. It doesn't work. It might work a little bit, but believe me, I did it off stream to try it because I wanted to stream it, but I tested it off stream and I was like, this fucking sucks. The first person I talked shit to, they fucking shot Karen in the face. They shot Karen in the face, took her down into the subway at the behind Senior Buns, left her down there, took her phone and left. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do much of this anymore. Right now, anyway. Would she work on Prodigy? Absolutely, I think she would. Yeah. That freaked me out when you said Karen, because that's my first name. Your first name is Karen? Sorry. I have a Karen that, you know, plays this, you know, the typical Karen that you see on the internet all the time. But yeah, what was I saying, chat? Like, I got way off track here. I was talking about punishments for cops, and then it turned into this whole fucking thing. So yeah, the punishment for cops, you know, having roleplay punishments like the checkpoints, right? Business, monitoring of businesses, right? Having your businesses monitored, right? If you are not using your business to its full potential, if you're not actively keeping it thriving and doing what you're supposed to be doing with it, that business is getting taken away. No ifs, ands, or buts. Use it or lose it. That's basically how it is. You can't no gatekeeping shit for your own benefit, right? A prime example would be the food stalls right now, where you have a bunch of food stalls that 95% of them are closed, and there's always 1 or 2 of them open, which is fucking wild, right? And the other ones that are closed, you see they open, people run in, grab a bunch of food, they close, and they fucking leave. That is bullshit. That should not be allowed. That should not be a thing, and that should be taken away from you. That should be taken away from you, okay? I think food stalls in 5.0 should be gone. They should not be a thing. They should not make a comeback. They should be gone. There should be a few hubs for food that are heavily RP monitored to make sure that they are active, okay? If the owner and or whatever the management of said restaurant is not making sure that that place is active, they will be that restaurant will be closed and given to somebody else that will do what it's supposed to be doing to feed the city, okay? That is something that should be on management to figure out and make sure that happens. That is how you keep your server healthy in the environment of food businesses, okay? That's how you keep things healthy, that's how you keep it moving, and that's how you keep roleplay happening. If, like, it's something that people should try, okay? You can call my ideas fucking stupid, because they fucking might be, but at least try it. At least try it. If you want to try the shit that you tried in 4.0 with the PD and stuff like that, and this grinding stuff like that, then you shouldn't be afraid to try to enforce heavy RP, okay? Enforcing people and being that guy to put your foot down and be like, nah, you're going to make sure this place is actually RP circulating, and people are fucking doing shit, and it's active. Put your foot down on that. The only problem is with that is no one ever really wants to be the bad guy, right? Because it sucks. Because like let's put this in example chat. If let's say they were like, okay, you want this to happen, you're doing that. You're gonna make sure. And then let's say one restaurant starts going down, and I was like, nah, like I'm giving this to somebody else. They're gonna talk shit, right? They're gonna get mad, right? And then people are gonna fucking hate me. That's the only downside of stuff like that, right? But it is what it is, right? It is what it is at that point. You need those central hubs, food stalls only because restaurants need to be empty. You need 3 spots to go to, like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you need a few hubs, right? I think you need 2 main ones in the city, and then 1 main one, one big one in the north somewhere, right? The north one obviously will never get as much love unless you create something up there for people to go to, right? Grapeseed Rise Up, my man, Wave, my man, right? Would it be Grapeseed? Probably not. Let's be real. It'd probably be Polito. Let's be completely real. But like, I don't know, dude. I got a lot of passion for this shit. It's like it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and it's a curse. Like, I don't know. Like there's a lot of things that's like, NoPixel stealing ideas from this place. Prodigy stealing ideas from this place. Purple is stealing ideas from this place. It's like, shut the fuck up. That's a good thing. That's what you want. You want servers to take ideas from other servers to try to make them better. It's called competition. It's called... Oh, God, bro. It's just like, why do people like have to fucking talk so much shit? Just let them do it. It's a good thing. You want them to do that. I want NoPixel to look at the other servers and be like, okay, that's a good idea. Okay, we're gonna do this too. This is a good idea. I want Prodigy to be like, big brain. That's big brain. We're doing that. I want Purple to be like, fuck, that's a good idea. Cause that's all it does is make your server better. You, bro, you need it. You can have a lot, okay? Right? You can have a lot in your server, okay? NoPixel can go and take from Prodigy and Purple all the really awesome fucking things, chat. All the fucking awesome things and put it in their server. They can drop 5.0 and it could be the greatest thing we've ever seen. It could be better than anything we've seen before. It can actually be a good fucking server. But it won't do good if the community that plays on this server is dog shit. Because it's up to the role players on that server to make the server what it is, okay? That's the biggest problem right fucking now everywhere. In every fucking server. It's the people. The people is what makes a server good. You can have the best features on the fucking planet, but it still won't be a good server if the people that are playing on there are not making it that way, right? So as a server, you should make your server less grindy and more RP focused, okay? And then it's on the community that is playing on that server to RP and make that server awesome with what they give to you and what you can use. But now the management needs to make sure that the people that are playing there are role-playing, right? It's more than just having mechanics. It's also focusing and making sure that these motherfuckers that are playing on your server are role-playing, are doing shit and role-playing properly and not being grindy, no character, fuck off kind of people. That shit sucks. Nobody wants that. It's bullshit. Try hard gangs, fuck off. Fuck off. If your goal is just to go into a server and you're gonna grind to be number one and do nothing but skips and just fucking money, fuck off. If you're gonna be a cop and all you want to do is make sure that guy goes to jail, not give any leeway, not read the room, you're just gonna be a miserable bastard and just want to go around arresting people and be serious as fuck, get out of here. That's not good for roleplay, dude. You can go find, I'll tell you right now, you can go find other servers that support RP like that, okay? But Prodigy, Purple, and NoPixel, that should not be the focus, okay? These servers were built off of characters. What they have, the viewership, everything they have today, the reason why the eyes are on them is because characters went in there and built those servers, okay? Yeah, you made a good server, but characters went in there to give that traction. Characters did that. Streamers and other role players that put a lot of effort. Before my time, NoPixel caught my eye because of all the crazy effort people were doing in 2.0. Characters, dude. The only reason why I knew it was a thing, why it existed, was because of all the heavy amounts of RP and effort, hard work people did to make that server awesome, okay? Storylines, characters, all sorts of shit, okay? That's what made that shit attractive, all right? The reasons why servers that I came from did not do well and people don't even fucking know what they are is because they're full of people that are try-hard gang members and try-hard cops. That's all that's there. And ain't no one know anything about them because they're dog shit. But there's a place for people that want to have put no effort. There's a place for people that just want to grind and be a strong gang and don't want to have a character. You just want to be a guy with a name or a lady with somebody with a name, right? With a strong game that fucks people up and robs people. There is a place for your cop that drives around, doesn't want to talk to anybody, just wants to do your cop work and not have a character behind that. Just be a cop with a name and arrest people and give no leeway and don't want to put any effort really and just do cop shit. There's a place for you. But that should not be a place like PRODIGY, Purple, or NoPixel. I believe full-heartedly that these three servers are places for characters. And that's it. If you want to put effort to roleplay and you want to have a character and do shit, that's where you belong, is these three servers. That is my opinion. The only problem is, chat, is a lot of people that roleplay right now that are on these great servers have never went through the other like shitty server shit that like a lot of us did. Okay, so like a lot of people that do complain about some of the good cops, it's like, dude, what are you complaining about? You don't know what bad is. Believe me, you don't know what bad interactions really are. I went through that shit. Theo went through that shit. A lot of people that I roleplayed with went through that shit, okay? And it's just like... Fuck. Chatterbox for senator? Hell no. Hell no. I'm just rambling and throwing out my fucking opinions, okay? These are just my opinions, chat. I'm not saying I'm right, okay? There's just my opinions and the way I feel. That's it. Ain't no way Chatterbox gonna outrank me. Shut up, Wave. Shut up. At that point, just play GTA Online because that's what GTA Online is. Basically. Yeah, basically. Chat, wanna know something? On the server that I played on before NoPixel, if you went to go rob a bank, you're not getting money from it. It's for the cops to shoot you. So you can bring 10 people to a bank to rob it. The cops will show up. If you have a hostage, the cops will straight up tell you, let the hostage go, put your hands up, otherwise we're shooting you. And then you'd be like, well, I'm just going to kill the hostage. They'll tell you straight up, is what it is. You're not leaving this bank. That's exactly how it was. And it was kind of like, what? Or you'll make agreements to give the hostage, and they say you now you get free passage. The moment they get the hostage, they shoot all of you. Simple as that. It was bad, chat. Like there is some fucking wild shit out there. Gangs, okay, gangs. You can drive down the street, and the gangs will box your car in. They'll get out. They'll be like, hey, get out. They'll pocket wipe you. They'll take everything. They'll rob you, and they'll shoot you without saying a fucking thing other than get out your car. And that's okay. Just because they're looking for guns, they're looking for money, they're looking for items. That was okay. You could just go and do that. So, it was like, what the fuck? That's why I made Chatterbox, chat. Because I didn't know about NoPixel at the time. I didn't watch Twitch. I knew nothing, okay? I just found out that RP was a thing on GTA. Because I used to RP on Arma years ago, but I never watched any Twitch, nothing, okay? The reason why I found out that RP existed was years ago when I saw a YouTube video from a YouTuber called Devil Dog Gamer. And he roleplayed on a server called City Life RP, or Arma 2 City Life, or something like that, okay? And believe me, it's not even remotely close to what it is today, okay? It was literally just people with a username, right? Yeah, go grind, make some money, have a car, right? Cops were, like, it wasn't anything great at all. Like, let's be real, I'd never go back to shit like that, right? But I was like, what the hell? This is roleplay? I'm like, this is a thing? I'm like, this is kind of cool, right? I'm like, cops pull you over and you could talk to cops and shit and like run from them. I'm like, this is kind of cool. So I got in and I played and I actually really liked it at the time, right? And then when I found out it was on GTA after so long, I was like, GTA? I'm like, there's RP on GTA? So I just went on Google. I'm like, our GTA, RP servers, whatever, right? And then one popped up. I'm like, I'll try this one. And that was that really shitty server I played on for a long time. The only good thing I got out of playing on this fucking god-awful dog shit server was I met Travis Rashgard. That's where I met Ari Preston, who eventually played Cupcake. That's where I met Walter Malone. And which they all went to NoPixel as well with me. I met a guy that played Shamel Williams. That's how I found out that people streamed on Twitch. RP, I didn't know. And then they all went to NoPixel and they said, "Hey, pull up. This is where you need to be." And I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "All right." And I was like, "What the fuck?" It was awesome when I first started chat. Nothing but characters, dude. But the only reason why I made Chatterbox was because I was fucking sick and tired of people not like, nobody was really role playing. I was like, I just saw a clown event. I'm like, I could do something funny here. So I just made Chatterbox, and then that's how the Chatterbox started. It was on a really dog shit server. But I was about to quit RP and until I found out NoPixel saved me. That's the only reason why I continued role playing was because of NoPixel. But yeah. Yeah. And the reason why I stayed on NoPixel was because there was nothing but characters and people putting a lot of effort into everything they did. Okay? I don't give a shit about people's drama, who's getting along with who plays where. I like it like there are some people that are whatever, right? But like Carmen was a big reason why I was like, this is fucking awesome. Lord Kevin, I didn't know that he played Mr. K and Richardson. I role-played with Richardson first, and I really liked his character. I didn't know who he was, and I didn't know that Mr. K and Richardson were like the same person for the longest time, which is fucking wild. I was when I met those characters, I was like, these guys are fucking awesome. What the hell? Brain farting now. Look, I know everybody has their opinions on Penta, but guys, Penta was fucking awesome. I met Mike Block and his Wrangler character, and I really fucking liked it a lot. Like he's really good at roleplay. Like, I mean, let's be real, chat. He is really good at roleplay. Penta's great at roleplay. I know there's a lot of things that go on that I don't really know about, okay? But I don't give a fuck about that. I don't get involved in that shit. I'm just talking about roleplay and shit like that, right? Like Kiki, Space Boy was fucking huge for me as well. Like when I met Kirk, when I met Theo, I'm telling you right now, when I met Theo, Kirk Jerkums changed roleplay forever for me. It basically changed everything for me. Okay. I don't think I would have continued as long as I don't think I would have continued if I didn't meet Theo. No, let me be real. I definitely wouldn't have continued if I didn't meet Theo. Me meeting Theo was like was nothing but life changing for myself and my career and everything. Like it was it was the start of like the rest of my career basically is meeting him. It was a blessing that me and him met that day at the bank. It was nothing but a blessing. Dead ass serious, dude. Because me and him, like, it was just like, it was like this. Like, we clicked right away. And like we were just friends, like we were like friends basically instantly. And now like chat, now like he's like my best friend. Like like now he's like my best friend IRL. Like it's crazy. Brother from another mother. Hey, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like I just hope like my final advice for NoPixel chat moving forward into the new update, the new drop, is to, in my opinion, you should pay attention to your community, make some changes in your management that are more in touch with the community today, with or the roleplay environment today. Give some responsibility to those that are willing to take it on, that are part of your community, to help structure the player base a little bit better, right? In terms of priority, like giving priority out to people and stuff like that. Like I think it's a very important key to a successful server, and I don't think success is just going to come from dropping a really cool update. It's deeper than that, and you need to pay more attention to the guts of your community, right? Instead of the product that you give to us, but the management within your staff, your management, and how you go about handling the player base from 5.0 forward, right? I don't know what happened with CG, chat. I don't have a fucking clue. There's a bunch of people speculating a bunch of things. I don't know. Myself, from the outside looking in, I fucking hate that they're not whitelisted on NoPixel anymore. I think I fucking hate it, okay? I don't know what happened, right? I don't. But what happened. Whatever is going on is going on. But what I really, really, really pray that'll happen in the near future here is I hope that they reach out, somebody talks, and whatever the fuck is going on, they just talk about it. Because I think it's important to have CG back. You know what I mean? I think it's important. Despite on anybody's opinions, those motherfuckers are, they do a lot. They do a lot. Whether he's you as a viewer, you like him or not, you can't take away the things that they've done, which is a lot. They've done a lot for role players in the community. They've done a lot for roleplay. Okay, and I really think that management in NoPixel should not talk to all of them, but maybe just sit down with Kevin or somebody and whatever the hell is going on between them, hash it out. Talk to each other, because what the fuck? You want people to be together. We don't need everybody to be so far apart. That's the one thing I hate, is everybody's so far apart, and even if people want to be together, it's such a difficult thing, because I really think people need to like just sit down, let some shit go, talk about it, just fucking figure this shit out. You know what I mean? Figure this shit out. I don't know. I just want everybody to get along, and people to like, and everybody to thrive. You know what I mean? I want everybody to do good. I want everybody to like have fun and do shit, and I want the environment to be positive, right? I'd get along with you more if I got my fucking smooch. Theo, brother, you're the homie. Okay, you're my best bud, but I'm sorry, bro. It just ain't gonna happen, man. It just ain't gonna happen, brother. Speaking of the devil, chat. I found you through Summit and CG. And just popped up one day causing chaos, and I was a fan for life. I appreciate that, AJ.